Akinola. I remain your loyal girl. You know, it's so exciting if we come on regular basis to, especially to our community, to teach about financial education. Today, I will be focusing more on permanent life policies. And what does that mean? It means term plus cash. It's still term. Either it's gonna outlive the owner or not. It's still term. Most of the permanent life policies terminate at age 100, but we have some products that terminate at age 120, 121. So no matter the beginning, they still have an ending, right? So it's still term. But the exciting thing about it is it offers cash value. And that's why many people are more interested in that. Wow, let me know what is in it for me. So that they just, they're not just paying into a policy and that they will not have access to even in their lifetime. So what happened if I fall sick? What happened if I can no longer work? What happened if I cannot carry at least two activities of daily living? What happens if I need financial aid? And if I'm investing in something, I should have something in return, right? This is the beauty of cash value life policy. So let's get started. We have two major types of permanent life policies. We have whole life. That's the first and the old type of, life policy is the oldest form, but the thing about whole life is that the death benefit is guaranteed, but it is rigid. The difference between the cost of insurance and the premium goes into your cash value. Whole life policy give you a guaranteed rate of interest. Some insurance companies may provide dividends, but of course, dividends are not guaranteed. You should know that. In whole life policy, we have fixed premium, meaning that if you're paying, let's say, $100 into your policy, that's what you pay till the life policy expires. So that's how it works. And then they put the money into investment and all that, and then that goes into your the cash value. So the cash value compounded with interest built up in the early years, and this will now be paid for. It will be paid for the higher COI, that's cost of insurance, in the later years. Do you understand how that works? Cost of insurance increases every year. As you age, it increases. So let's say you start your whole life policy at age 30. By the time you're at age 70, you are still paying the same amount, right? However, the cost of insurance has increased. So whatever they are using as investment for you, the dividends or the profits from that investment will now be used to pay the difference in the cost of insurance. I hope you understand that part. So that the policy can last a lifetime. So whole life, policy, it's rigid. And once you say you want to, there's no offer of taking withdrawal. You can only take loan, and once you take loan from that money, it means that the guarantee that has been attached to that policy might be dwindled. So you want to understand that as well. So it should be noted that this type of policy may have surrender charges, fee associated with the selling of the policy in the early years if you want to let go. These are long-term whole life products. So I used to tell all my clients, if you want to invest in life policies, you must understand that it is a long life investment. It is not just a short-term investment. You must understand that. Of course, we have different belief. Why can't I buy the term and invest the difference? But do you have the discipline to invest the difference? Even if you have the discipline, what happens when the market crashes? What happens if it is not protected? So those are the things you want to avoid, the risk you want to avoid. Then we have the popular one, we call it universal life. That universal life, is just the difference. The difference between universal life and whole life is in its flexibility. Universal life is flexible. If you have your what's it called, your premium might be different. The one you're paying this year might be different from next year, depending on your capacity. So it's so flexible. You can change your premium. You can pay more than 1 month or less the next. Sometimes when you face money problems, you can even skip some few payments as long as the cash value inside the policy is enough to pay for your COI. You must put that at the back of your mind. So that's what differentiates universal life from whole life. So you must understand the fact that it is flexible. If you have money problems, it can halt for some times, and then the insurance company will still understand with you, so you can then, if you can even adjust your death benefits to fit with life-changing conditions. The interest on the cash value may also be sensitive to market conditions. These allow insurance companies to adjust the interest rate to give higher or lower rates if necessary. So some UL policy also provide minimum guarantee interest. So they might tell you the minimum guarantee is 0.75% interest, so that you know that you're not going to lose anything and all that. So it depends on the company. But we have what we call index universal life, because when market goes up and it comes down, it means that your money is not static, right? You can just sleep and wake up the next day and discover that, oh, my money was, has reduced drastically as a result of loss in the market. So people are like, no, I don't want this. What happened if I'm planning this for my retirement? I want a steady income. I want a guarantee, flow of income. I do not want anything that's going to tamper with. If I have $10,000 in a place, it's either it increase or you leave it at that 10,000. And that's what brought about index universal life insurance. What does this mean? It's a fast growing product due to its index strategy. Since it's a UL, we already discussed UL, right? It has all the flexible features and all that. So the key part of this product, is that it's based on certain index such as S&P, Global Index and all that. So the investor is not directly investing into the index. You must have that at the back of your mind. Instead, the cash value credited inside the policy is based on the performance of the index. So that's how it works. So you can earn growth based on the index, but only up to a ceiling max called a cap. So we usually have a cap and a floor. Some company will tell you that their cap can be as high as 13.25%. Some company will tell you it's 11%. So it depends on the company you are writing your policy with, but most of them do not have negative floor. It stays at 0%. That's the minimum. So if S&P 500, let's say it drops to 20% negative, you get 0% interest. Meaning that, let's say the last time you have your money in there was $20,000 and the market is experiencing, let's say, minus 20%. You will not be having minus 20% of $20,000. Rather, your money stays at $20,000. Isn't that interesting? So these are the things that make people want to, have this in their portfolio for their retirement, for their legacy, and for their life insurance as well. So let's say, for instance, the market gains like 15% and the company already promises you a cap of 13%. Your money gains 13% while other people are enjoying their own 15%. But you have that assurance, you have that security, you have that peace of mind that you don't lose money, right? Yes, so it's always for people with conservative and moderate tolerance when it comes to investment. But for aggressive investors, of course, they want to do the crypto, they want to do the stocks and all that. But if you're planning towards a good retirement, you have to consider index strategy, and this helps a lot. So talking about IUL, I love it so much. I'll be putting like a graph for you so that you can understand how it works. So in an effort to cut down the impact of losses, some insurance products began to introduce a new strategy using the market index, like I said earlier. So let's say we like a 4-year example for now. First year, the market gains 12% and you invest $100. At the end of the first year, you have $112. Second year, the market loses 12%. At the end of the year, instead of you losing like 12% of that 112, no, your money stays at, let's say, 0%. So by the time they calculate it, that if it is open, let's start with an index. If it is your own will stay at 0%, right? So it stay at 112. Let's say the third year it increases again by 12%. Your own goes up by 12%. So it will now be 12% of 112, and then you're having $125. Let's say the fourth year market goes down and it loses, your own stays at 0%, and then you end year 4 with $125. But someone operating in the open market, by the time we use the same analysis, this person will end up with $97. Who lose, who gain? So with the same account, if you replace any negative return with 0%, which is $0 for last year, the end result will be much better. So just note that this is just for illustrative purpose, not for real life events or whatever. Yeah, we're just trying to understand how index strategy works. And I'm so glad that I was able to explain index strategy, index universal life, how you can use it to plan for college, you can use it to plan for your retirement, and ultimately transferring your wealth to, someone said, if you were born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, it is your fault. Because the choices we make today will determine the legacy we're going to leave tomorrow. So what legacy are you leaving tomorrow? What impact are you making? All these things are something you can just do. But if you do not pay much attention to them, you will discover that you are aging so fast. And before you know it, it might become uninsurable. It might become more expensive for you to bear. And at the end of the day, you'll not be able to do anything. So why not take the decision now and be happy? Make your family happy. Make yourself comfortable. Plan for tomorrow. Plan for a better future so that you can be happy together. Once again, I remain your loyal girl, Olayemi Akinola. We are on a campaign of financial literacy, and we are here to help our community in order to be, to be informed, and then for them to take better decisions that will impact their life positively. Thank you, and have a blessed day.